So hey guys, this is going to be a review. I got a long list of reviews, so I'm going to try to do those all week. I got a review to do from a lot of you guys on the e.l.f. primer. I also got asked to do a kind of review on both of them, which I have a couple reviews now on the hard candy primer, but I'm just going to kind of compare the two and, see which ones you guys would go for or whatever. First, the e.l.f. primer. I love the packaging. Has a lid, little pump, and it's just really cute. I thought it would be a lot bigger, like it's really small. It looks like a lot of things I think on the e.l.f. site have been looking a lot bigger than what they are, which no big deal. This was I think $6, and with your coupon code you can get it a lot cheaper than that. It is plastic, but again I like it just because it has the pump. When I use this, I've been using this for 4 days now, and I use a full pump and then maybe half a pump. It does take a lot more of this, I noticed, than it would normally with me with the hard candy. I got to do a pump and a half of this, and for the hard candy, I literally only use maybe that much. So definitely the hard candy I think is going to last you overall longer. This is 1.6 ounce, and with the e.l.f. primer, I got to look at the box, but it's 49 ounces. So, yeah, you're definitely going to get more with this, but, and you don't have to use as much. I keep dropping everything. You don't have to use as much as a hard candy, I don't think, or at least I don't, where the e.l.f., I think you're going to get through it a lot more. So, that's kind of thing to, I like hard candy because they don't test on animals, so, this has definitely been my best primer that I found, other than the Gosh primer, which I'm in love with. The e.l.f. primer is good, don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't know, I probably would repurchase it again, but I would definitely recommend more of the hard candy line, or the Gosh if you guys live in the UK or Canada. I know you can get Gosh. This is okay. It kind of makes my skin a little bit oily, I've noticed. The consistency between these two are completely different, I think. I'll show you maybe a swatch. I don't know if this is going to get me anywhere, but okay. The bottom one is the hard candy, and it is white. Up here is the e.l.f., and it's clear. The e.l.f. does kind of tend to make your skin a little oily, which I am not prone to oily skin, but it even makes my skin oily. There's a little bit rubbed out. I didn't want to rub them out completely. Again, hard candy, don't mind my nails, and the e.l.f. Definitely, I would say the hard candy is more of like a lotiony type feel. When you rub it on your face, you can tell it's working. You can tell it sinks into my pores and just gives me a better coverage. Where the e.l.f. is like more of like a jelly silicone type base. And I feel like when I rub it into my pores, it defines them more than covers them, like sinks into them, if that makes sense. So I put the e.l.f. primer on, and then my foundation on top of it. I feel like you can see my pores a lot more than when I would use the hard candy primer, and I just dropped it again. So this is better if you have pores, fine lines, things like that. This is definitely going to cover you a lot better because the consistency is a little bit thicker. Not too thick where it feels like you have a mask on, but it's going to cover up your lines and everything, and you're not going to realize it's on your face because it is really lightweight formula. Where this is clearer, but it feels like it's just like caked on, kind of like a mask in a way. So I don't like it about that, just because I have a lot of pores. So if you don't have a lot of pores or lines or anything like that, and you don't have to worry about that, then definitely this primer would be okay for you. It does make my foundation last. I've had it on now, and I've been wearing the Rimmel Cool Matte Mousse Foundation, and it lasts. It keeps it on all day. I don't notice any smearing or fading throughout the day. So it does do a job as far as primer go. But if you're looking like, if you have more skin like me, definitely I don't know if I would go for it if you have a lot of lines and creases, because I think this amplifies it more than anything. But definitely for the price, I mean $6, that's definitely worth it. And if you don't, you can try it out, and if you don't like it, then you're not out that much. But definitely, if your Walmart is selling hard candy now, I would definitely try to pick this up maybe first. Try this out and see if you like it. If you don't like this primer, then you're definitely not going to like the e.l.f. primer. So just kind of a little bit of review for you guys. And I noticed this e.l.f. primer does, I have dry to normal skin. I don't really have, any problems with my skin at all. But I've noticed if I do use this throughout the day, I tend to get really oily, like really bad, like right in my T-zone. And that's not my skin, so it has to be this because this is the only thing that I've really changed through the last couple days. So, I don't know how good it would be if you do have oily skin. It might really amplify that, or it might work against it. It's just kind of one of those things where, your skin type, you're going to have to try it out on your own. But definitely it does make my skin a little bit oily throughout the day. So hopefully that helped a little bit. I don't know how good I am at reviews, to be honest, but that's just kind of my thoughts. And both of these primers are really good, but I definitely would recommend the Hard Candy way over the e.l.f. primer. Other than I wish the Hard Candy had the e.l.f. packaging, because then that would be perfect. But yeah, so if you guys tried the primer out, if you loved it, hated it, whatever, leave me a comment. Definitely let me know. This is just my opinion. I'd like to you guys' opinion and feedback as well. So if you have any questions, requests, anything, definitely leave me a comment again below. And I'm going to be working on all my requests and everything this week. And hopefully you guys had a good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.